Good morning, Tube, and welcome back to another daily edition of Big Al's Barber Vlog. Today is Friday, guys. Time to grind. Headed to the shop right now. I don't have a full schedule today, but I got some appointments.
Every day is no end. Since I was told that you don't want me, baby, you're just calling. You know I try to hold on to where there's no you.
Good morning, everybody. So I'm not going to take up too much time this morning on a big old spill because today we're going to get into Q&A. I got questions from all of you guys, from some of my IGs and some of my YouTube channel questions. So, you know what? Let's just save some time and let's just get into it, all right? All right, let's get into some of these questions, guys. I'm going to try to get through these quick, not give you too long of an answer. That way this video won't carry on. I can get through more questions possible. First question is by Joshua. Joshua is from our, he's one of my subscribers from our channel. So he's asking, when he opens his shop, does he have to have his own clientele, or, you know, or how does he start up? So the question is, do you need your own clientele to open up your own shop? I would say yes. I mean, it's beneficial, guys. Don't get me wrong. You can start off fresh. When I started my shop here at my location, I didn't have any customers. I mean, I had I had a few. I had probably 20 good customers that followed me over here. But in reality, that wasn't enough to open my own shop, you know. I got lucky. When we opened up, we hired a couple local barbers that were already working in the area. So it was very easy for me. The two barbers that opened up with me had their own clientele. So, man, they brought all their guys over, plus the people that I knew. Plus, I grew up in my own city. So that all put together, you know, it was a good start for me. So did I sit around a lot when we first opened? Yeah, you know, the first 2 years were a little slower than they are now, a lot slower than they are now. But, you know, it's like anything. You have to build it up, build a clientele, work on it, and, you know, get through it. But yes, I would say you need some clientele, but you don't need to have, you know, it depends. It depends on you. You got to just work it the best you can, and just, you know, build up that clientele. Have a good, honest business, clean, and the customers will gravitate to you. Trust me. Okay, question number two. Question number two comes from Alex Lopez, also a subscriber on our team of barbers, and his question is, how did I feel the day I took my barber's license exam? And part two of the question is, what clippers did I use at the exam? Let me explain something to you guys. When I took the exam, it was a lot different than when you guys are taking the exam. When I took the exam, we actually had to do a haircut on an individual, not a head, you know, like you guys do now. We had to do a shave on an actual person, not like you guys do now. So it was a little difficult back then. It was different. We had to do a regular haircut. You couldn't use clips. It had to be done only with a machine, and you couldn't use clips, so that was a little difficult. But you know what? We got through it. And you know, to tell you the truth, I just did a regular haircut, no taper, no nothing, just a regular haircut, and it was just a simple cut. The machine I used, I'm not even sure. That was 17 years ago, but I'm pretty sure it was a 5-star, because that's all I've ever used really is 5 stars. For the test, I'm pretty sure I used the machines that came with my kit, you know, from barber school. I never really bought machines while I was in barber school, because I wasn't really cutting hair that much, you know. It's just, you know, don't worry. My point is, don't worry about, Alex, don't worry about what machines you have and anything like that, because that's not the important thing. The important thing is passing the test. Study for your test. Study for the practical. Study for the theory part. The theory part's difficult, so make sure you make flashcards with all the questions in your back of your book and study those flashcards. That's important. The practical part, the hands-on part, It's not that hard. Just follow the steps, follow what your school teachers tell you, and I'm sure you'll pass it, bro. It's not rocket science. And if you don't pass, don't get down on yourself. You take it over again, and you pay your money, take it over again until you do pass it. Just to add the last question to Alex, as far as being nerve-wracked, yeah, it was nerve-wracking, bro. It was super nerve-wracking, you know. The day you go take your test is probably gonna be one of your most nervous days that you're gonna have in your life. But you just hang in there, bro. Hang in there and keep your chin up. Do what you've learned, and you'll get it. I'm not gonna lie to you, it is nerve-wracking, but you know what? If you study and you do everything you're supposed to do, you can pass, no problem. All right, guys. Question number 3. Question number 3 comes from Fame Frankie. Fame Frankie, he's a 2-part question. How old were you when you started cutting hair? You know what, guys? I started late. I never really cut hair as a youngster like most people. I didn't get started in this business until I was 32. I got my license when I was 34. So I've been in this game already for 17 years. So yeah, I didn't start off early, so you know what I mean. Just to let you guys know, you guys don't have to start real early. You can get started whenever you want. This is a business that anybody can learn. I'm living proof. I was 32 when I got started. So, and what's your favorite part of doing your job, your haircuts? You know, that's another good question. There's a lot of things I love about my job. I love that I'm independent. I'm my own boss. You know, I can come and go whenever I want. If I don't feel good, I can go home. And if I want to take off, if I'm not busy, I'll just take off sometimes home. You know, it's just, you know, it's talking to the people, the camaraderie. You know, I don't know. Me myself, I love my job. There's a lot of things that I love about my job. But, you know, just being here, just being around amongst my friends, there's a lot of things, you know, just, I get to listen to music, I get to, you know, it's, you know, how could you not love this job? You know, I get to create, so that's my answer for that question. Question number 4, guys. Question number 4 is from a guy named Hi Hensberg 420. I wonder why they call you that, buddy. I just started cutting hair. My hands feel all tingy and weird after holding the clippers for a long time. Do you feel the same, or is it just me? Will my hands get used to it? Or how long has the vibration of the clipper affected your hands? You know what? I don't know if it's your clippers, but my hands don't tingle, they don't hurt, but my elbow does. You know, I'm not gonna lie to you, there's a lot of, this job is not easy, you know, as a lot of people think, you know, you're in air conditioning, you get to be in here, you know, it's not that hard. I mean, it's not that easy, it's very hard. It's hard on your body, it's hard on your back, it's hard on your legs. The vibration of the machine, yeah, that could be affected, but I don't know what you're cutting with. It sounds like you're just getting started. Maybe you should try changing over to a professional clipper. Professional clippers are quieter and they're more, you know, I'm not sure what you're using. So, I mean, as a simple solution right now, you're young, you know, like, try changing up your clipper, you know. I don't know exactly what you're using, but sometimes after cutting hair but you know, I'm doing 25 haircuts a day sometimes. When you do 25 haircuts a day, yeah, your hand starts to vibrate a little bit, you know, you start feeling that carpal tunnel. A lot of barbers have carpal tunnel, so keep that in mind. If you're getting into this industry, it's not totally easy. No, yeah, you're in air conditioning, but you're standing all day, your back starts hurting, your limbs start hurting. Over time, yeah, it's gonna affect you. So I would look into that, but yeah, I don't know, it might be just the machine you're using, so look into check it out. All right, let's move along, guys. Question number 5. Question number 5 comes from Rum the Barber. And if you guys don't know who Rum the Barber is, guys, on YouTube, look him up. He's badass barber who knows what he's talking about. Rum the Barber says, if you had to choose only one clipper and one trimmer to use every day, what duo would you select and why? That's a great question. If I had to select one trimmer and one clipper, I would go with my 5-star cordless trimmer right now. Clipper, I mean, the 5-star, the black one. I'm a 5-star guy, guys. I don't know. You know, if I had to choose one right now, I'd probably choose that one, because to me, that one still cuts the smoothest. That one or the 1919. And then if the trimmer, I would definitely get a GTX. The GTX scalatorized trimmer, that's my go-to trimmer. That's what I would use. And as far as why, I kind of explained on the GTX trimmer. I like the scalatorized version, and I'm just comfortable with that, and I know how to set the blade the way I like it, and you know, it's just my go-to machine right now. The clipper, the 5-star, I'm a 5-star guy. I'm just a 5. That's what I learned how to fade with, and that's what I've always worked with. I've been using the 1919 and the Gold FX, but to me, I'm still a 5-star guy. That's what I learned with, and that's my go-to machine. Hey Rum, thanks for watching, bro, and I appreciate you. Guys, if you guys don't know who Rum the Barber is, look him up. Alright? Question number 6 comes from Jonathan Shear. Makes me wonder if this guy is a shear guy, because his name is Jonathan Shear. But are high-priced shears worth the cost in a barbershop, or do you feel that it's more of a stylist investment? You know what? I'm going to tell you the truth, Jonathan. I have some Hattori Hanzos. I paid $600 for them, and you know, I've been in this business for a long time, and I'm not gonna lie. I had them all sharpened at the same time, and I don't know, maybe I sharpened them. I took them to a good place, but the Hanzos, sometimes they just don't keep the sharpness like they used to. You know, when I first got them, they were badass. I'm not gonna lie to you. And you know, I don't know if they're worth $600. You know what I mean? Like, personally, $100 shears are good enough, you know what I mean, or even $80 shears. The other day, my shears were cutting too good, and some guy walked in here and they were selling shears. I bought $40 shears, and you know, they weren't bad. You know, they were. I'm still using those ones right now until I go, you know, resharpen my Hanzos again. But you know, if you're starting off, no. If you've been in the business and you know you got a shop and you're doing good, then you know, if you want to invest in some shears, I would do it. But if you're just getting started, don't do it. I would stick to, you know, there's some good shears out there that don't even, you can get a pair of shears and thinning shears for $80, some Simons, Cadillacs. Those are good. I've used those before. Those are great, and they'll last you a long time. You know, I've used those. I used those for years. I handed them out to my daughter. My daughter's still using those, and they're very inexpensive. So I wouldn't buy that. I wouldn't invest too much in them. Question number 6. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go to my Instagram. Some of the people on my Instagram asked me some questions. So I'm gonna go with Ernie the Barber. Ernie the Barber asked me, "What kind of video editing do you use? I'm a barber and I'm trying to record some tutorials." You know what, Ernie? I use Power Director. Power Director. I started. That's what I started off using, and ever since I started with it, I kept it. I use Power Director for my vlogs and everything that I do with my phone. I use it. I have 2 versions. I have the phone. Excuse me. I have the phone version that I use. Plus, I bought the professional version for my PC, and I use that for my tutorials. So the PC one is way more advanced than the phone one, so I like using the phone one. But the PC one, it's bad. But you know, you just gotta. Video editing is tricky, but you know, if you're gonna be making videos, you definitely have to learn it. And there's a lot of videos on YouTube. Check it out. Question, I think it's number 8 now. This one comes from C. Bethel from Instagram, and he asked me, what's a good way to remember the number system when doing fades? You know what, Bethel? That's a good question. That's a really good question. You know, there's only 4 numbers to remember, so it's not too difficult. You got to remember, when you're doing a fade, it's going to be from a 4 down to a 0. So it's from 4 to 0, basically. The 4, I mean, meaning by around the crown, around the edges. And, you know, just got to keep in mind that every number goes into every number. The 1 goes into the 2 goes into the 3 goes into the 4. Vice versa. So when you're fading, just keep in mind that you're going from the 0 to the number 4. Don't make it too difficult. The majority of the fade is actually a number 2. You know, I mean, if you want to go to the top of the crown, you go with a number 2, and then the 4 just blends off the parietal ridge. But the best way to do is just, you know, it takes time, bro. It's just doing your reps. And by I mean doing your reps is doing haircuts. The more haircuts you do, the better you're gonna get. And in time, you're not even going to think about the number system. It's just going to be all, that's what my vlog yesterday was about. It was about getting the barber eye. Once you get the barber eye, you're not even worried about the number system. It's going to be all automatic to you. It's going to be, you're not even going to be thinking about what number comes next, what number is this, what number is that. No, you're going to be, it's going to be all automatic. You're going to look at a spot on the hair and you're going to be able to tell where it is. But that comes with time, and it's developing your barber eye. And you know, that just takes doing reps and putting in your time at the barbershop. You know, after you do several hundred, even thousands of haircuts, you're going to develop that eye instantly. I guarantee you that. Just hang in there and keep grinding, brother. Question number 9 comes from Mark Luera from Instagram. What's the one thing that you love about barbering? And I think I have to say that the one thing that I love is just, you know, interacting with my customers and on a daily basis, establishing friendships. And, you know, my customers just not my, some of my customers are like family to me. They come to my house. Some of them I see them out on the streets, you know. They're, you know, some of them are, we're friends. And some of them are friends that before I even became a barber. So, you know, to me, it's interacting with the people, being here, being part of the community, and just I love it. This is the greatest job I ever had, and I'm glad I became a barber, you know. Okay, the final question comes from a young lady. Her name is Lisa Marie. Lisa Marie asks, she asked, how many haircuts per hour do you feel comfortable doing? And at what is and let me see, how long did it take you to, and how long did it take me to get to that point? Okay, Lisa, I feel comfortable doing 3 haircuts an hour, but you know, I pushed as much as 4 haircuts an hour. You know, do I like doing 4 haircuts an hour? No, because 4 haircuts an hour, that comes out to a lot of haircuts a day. I'd rather do 2 haircuts an hour. But you know, it's just sometimes you when you're doing walk-ins, it's just this is the way this business is, and you gotta just adapt to it, keep going. And you know, I see a lot of what happens to me is I'm the head barber here, so when I see it like start getting busy, I'll start pushing my haircuts out faster and to get through all the customers, because you know, I don't want this whole shop getting full with people and everybody stressing out and people leaving. The worst thing you could do is have people leave your shop. So what I try to do is just keep the flow going, keep everybody going. But on the average, I do 2 haircuts a day. I've done, sometimes I do 3 haircuts. That's 3 haircuts. That's 20-minute haircuts. You know, and you know, when you do 20-minute haircut, you tend to the people tend to feel like they're not getting their money's worth. So you know, I try to just slow it down a little bit and do more detail work and stuff like that. But I could push them out pretty fast. But thanks for asking, Lisa. Alright guys, that's our segment for today. I answered your questions with my answers, and I appreciate everybody participating, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this little segment. You guys let me know if you guys like this segment. We could do it more often, or if you guys want to do something else, we could do something else. It doesn't matter. To me, I like Q&As. Q&As are cool because I can share my experiences and you know, share them with you, and then you guys can take them, follow them, you know, whatever you guys want. It doesn't matter. I'm just here to help. I'm here to grind, show you guys how to grind, and show you how it's done. You know, this is what it takes, guys. This is what it's going to be like when you become a barbershop owner, or when you become a barber. If that's whatever your goal is, or whatever your goal may be, you know what? Hard work, dedication, anything's possible, guys. Guarantee you this. I'm living proof. With that being said, guys, that's it for today. I appreciate you guys watching. Remember to hit that thumbs up button. I'm working on those algorithms. And make sure you guys subscribe to my channel, guys. Just building up this channel. I'm here to help you guys. If you guys have any more questions, let me know. I answer everything. With that being said, you guys have a good night. See you guys mañana.